Buddy, and welcome to ESO Daily. I am your host, Mr. Craven. I hope you all had a good weekend. I was kind of busy doing some little bit of farming, not on this build specifically, but just trying to get things caught up. Just it's busy. Anyways, so once again, I've been doing a lot of updates on some of my builds that I play frequently and try to rotate depending on content and what I do. I like to have many different builds at my disposal for each class depending on the circumstances. One of the builds that I did prior to Morrowind was the Backdraft Build, and this build once again was kind of criticized a little bit ago, a while ago, even though it performed excellent. Now with the Morrowind changes, it comes in really, really, really strong. I really like this build a lot because it really does pack a punch. And we're going to talk about the Burning Spellweave. So Morrowind did nerf Burning Spellweave. This affected the other classes trying to run the Burning Spellweave because the max spell damage got decreased and the chance to proc got decreased. The thing about it with the Magicka DK, and this is what I always told, me and my guild always said, don't run a Burning Spellweave unless you're a DK. It's not worth it because the uptime is noticeable. We said that. We have always said that. And if you guys go back to my proof of champion points where, I'm not proud of the video, but I called it out. I'm like, if you guys keep trying to say best in slot and you guys keep running sets that aren't ideal, what you're going to end up having is a nerf bat. Please stop while you're ahead. And I said that. Of course, nobody listened, and of course, they took a nerf bat to Burning Spellweave. It was kind of necessity to control, I think, kind of put things in perspective here. But for the Magicka DK, Burning Spellweave is still one of the great sets, right? Because the uptime on it is just so noticeable, and with the dot rotation, you get the best effect, because even though you have a 4-second downtime between the proc effect, what you end up doing is applying the dots during the application, and that keeps the dots at a hotter pace. So this is why I really like this build, because for the DK, even though it did get the spell damage nerf, it still is an effective set nonetheless because of the dots. Now, I love this build because I take everything into consideration. I made a couple alterations as far as the skill rotation, but and the food buffs and things. I'm going to get into this, and we're going to start off with the character sheet. Okay, so my max Magicka is 38,578. My Magicka recovery on my sword sides is 503, and max health is at 19,498. Slightly under 20, but where I like it. Now, I love that Magicka recovery. Now, I can take that down if I want, and that's fine. Typically, I ran closer to 40k. But if you notice, my spell damage is at 2,135, and my crit is at 58.9. Now, if you look to the left, you're going to go ahead and see that my Magicka is at 60, health is at 4, and the boon we are running is the Thief, and we're running Witch Mothers. The reason we want the Witch Mothers is for the sustain. Now, I can go with the max, and that's true, but I really want this sustain. And if I wanted to push out, I wouldn't want to take the max Magicka. I can actually glyph that if I want to take that down. I probably actually will do that in this video to show you the kind of the difference. So, and then on the staff side, when we take a look, we're looking at 37,338 max Magicka. Recovery's down to 14,662. I kind of like to stay up a little bit, but I can take this down. That's fine. I'll do that. Max health at 19,482. And spell damage is at 1,730. Once again, spell crits at 58.9. So I usually like to stay between 55 and 60 on the crit. Now, if I wanted to drop that a little lower, I can go with another infused piece. So let's go ahead and let's get into the sets. Okay, so I'm going to be running the Sunset in the Burning Spellweave with the Valken Scorian. Now, currently, I have the Inferno Staff of the Sun in Decisive. It's not bad. So there's a lot of options you can run with. Let's talk about this. You can run a lot of traded weapons. Each of them are going to have pros and cons to it. Decisive. The one thing I like about Decisive is the ultimate gen. Though the DK doesn't get a cost reduction, and they only get a very slight increase of the ultimate when they're every 6 seconds, and they're passive. It's okay, you know, it works out nice. But the resource management to recoup is where the DK really benefits with ultimate cast, because, you know, you get the max, you get health and magicka and stamina return when you use an ultimate. That's kind of the nice aspect with the DK. So the DK really kind of shines with that. So the decisive for me kind of actually works out nice, but you can use infuse, which would increase the weapon enchantment, because right now I have increase. This would go up considerably a lot more with the infuse, and I get the reduced CD. You can go with sharpen if you're not going to put points into your penetrating value into your CP, and that's fine. You can do that and then offset the difference in more direct or more dot, or you can go with charge. Now for the charge, and this is why I'm going to tell you charge, if you think about the charge staff, you can get a nice benefit out of that, because this can help apply the burning status effect. Now, the reason why this is relevant, and once again, I'm trying to go over this as much as possible, guys. When we go into Ardent Flame, we see combustion. Increase the damage of my burning and poison status effects by 66%. That's why you want the status effect. You want the charge staff. Unfortunately, I can't find it right now. But every time I apply the burning status effect, I get the boost to my damage output. So that's why I want it. So it aligns in with the combustion passive. So once again, I am trying to find the charge. So if you're going to ask, what's the better traded value? In my opinion, it's going to be the charge, because I'm going to apply the burning status effect. I'm going to get a 66% increase to my damage modifier. So that's why I would really like to get that charge staff. Right now I got decisive, so because no one really catches on to charge. You can find sharp and you can find precise, but no one really knows about charge. So hey, our little secret, if you see it on sale, grab it. Okay, so anyways, so right there, I have the decisive. Now, Sword of the Sun, sharpen. This is ideal for me, because I'm going to, when I'm on single target and I'm on a boss encounter, I want a little bit more extra penetrating value, so I can get the damage increase. On mobs, they have a little bit lower resistance, so I don't really care on staff side. It's going to affect my staff damage, but keep in mind, you know, when we add any type of spell erosion, it'll apply. So I have one sharpen. Actually, this needs enchanted. I don't even know. Yeah, I want to go with the crushers here, and I'm going to go with the other one. I ran out of kudos. I've been so busy. But anyway, so I have the crushers on this sword, and then I right now have the burning spell weave sword. I know it's training. I want charged. I just went over the charge. I don't have it. But I have powered. I have powered and something else in Burning Spellweave currently. So I have defending and powered, but whatever. Valkynscorian Helm, infuse, max magicka, ideal. Now a lot of people are going to be like, why not Grothdar? Grothdar is a great set. If you want to go with Grothdar, that's fine. But I run a lot of dots. So for me, I want this set versus the Grothdar. Why? Because I'm dealing 12,600 flame damage to the target and 5,520 flame damage to all surrounding enemies. This happens every 5 seconds. This procs a lot more faster. A lot of people will say, well, there's max health, max magicka. The thing about it is, a lot of the times, guys, when you see max magicka, you can offset those differences. When I have the health increase from the sun and the Valkynscorian, I can go ahead and down it by using my glyphs or other values. Those are why we call indifferent curves. Yes, it gives me a max health. Yes, the sunset gives me a max health, but I can use the glyphs to go ahead and control the max magicka output. If I want to stack up max magicka, I could get away throw this out the door and pump in more damage with all max magicka. This is true, but then I lose survivability. And to me, when you're talking vet dungeons or trials, that's not worth it. So, I mean, I usually tell people stay between, I like to high in 18s, close to the 20. That's how I like my health. I mean, that's a preference call. But if you can get away with less, by all means. Okay, so I have the Jerkin of the Sun, infused chest, max magicka. I have the Valkynscorian medium divines max magicka. Now keep in mind, this is divine and this is heavy, so I keep that 6% bonus to my undaunted metal. So that's very important. I have, and I still in the process of upgrading. So this was max magicka. I went with the max health because keep in mind, I'm not using max health in max Magicka food. If I was, I could actually get away with keeping this Magicka and push up more towards 40k. Problem of it is my regen drops, my Magicka regen, and that's like you're running out of gas. You know, it's, think of a car. You know, you can only go as far as the gas will take you. You know, once you run out of fuel, everything starts slowing down and just goes dead. So that's why I went with the Witch Mothers. But this is Health Divines. This one is Magicka Divines, Infused, Max Magicka, and Light Armor, Burning Spellweave, Max Magicka. Now, if anybody wants to know where you get this, Burning Spellweave is in City of Ash. Sorry, and Breachers of the Sun is in Stone Falls, and Valkynscorian is in City of Ash, and the Shoulders in the Undaunted. Okay, so also I have my Necklace of the Sun. This is glyphed spell damage. I have my Ring of the Sun, glyph spell damage, and then I have Magicka Regen, Burning Spellweave. Now I can go ahead and enchant this, and now we can go ahead and see. Now it'll chop me down to 1216, and if you're fine with that, you can, but you'll notice now my spell damage has increased on this side and of course over here, and that would increase your damage modifiers, and I guess I can roll with that. That's fine. I like a little bit more, but that's me. Also, let's go over to the skills and we'll get into it. So I have Degeneration as my builder. For this build, it works out great. Yes, it's not a flame ability, but what this does is it gives me a dot that helps proc Valkynscorian. Also, it's going to give me the major sorcery, increasing my spell damage by 20%, and this is very important. I just had this conversation with somebody yesterday. I'm going to get Might of the Guild, which gives me the Empower, increasing my next damage ability by 20%. That's 40% towards any of my next damaging effects. By not having a builder, guys, and understanding the difference between buffs and builders, this is going to give me three different effects at once. It's going to give me a damage, direct, and dot, but that's only one. I'm going to get a buff. So I'll get two different buffs, and on top of it, what I'm also getting is a way to proc the Valkynscorian. So I'm getting three essential effects just from this one ability. That's important, guys. Now, if you want to use Structured Entropy, you can, but with the health as high as it is, I don't feel it's a necessity. But like when I do weaves, I can get a chance for 15% chance to heal myself 115% of the damage caused. I really like that. Molten Whips. Now, Molten Whips to me is a plus to have on the bar because it gives me 100 additional spell damage for my Ardent Flame abilities. Hence why I'm going to go ahead and use the Burning Embers. This is going to do a direct damage and a dot effect. Then I'm going to go ahead and get the Engulfing Flames. Now, Engulfing Flames is very important, guys, throughout the rotation. You want to try to fire this, you know, when you can, as frequently as possible, because the affected enemies take 10% more damage from all fire attacks. This is very important to have this. Not putting this on your bar, you're losing out on DPS. It's very noticeable. So you want to go ahead, keep this in, keep it rotated, and keep it up as frequently as possible so you can increase your damage output. We're going to go with the Inner Light on both bars. The reason being, it's going to give us Max Magicka, and it's going to give us the Major Prophecy, increasing the spell crit. Also, we're going with the Shooting Star. The reason being, it's flame damage, and it can also help proc the Valkynscorian with the secondary dot effect. Okay, now we're going to use Volatile Armor. Volatile Armor for me, I usually put Backdraft Draw Essence in here to regain, and you can do that, but I like the Volatile Armor because it has the dot effect. It'll go ahead and give me resistance, reducing the damage I take, and on top of it, I'm going to throw a dot effect, and then while active, the armor returns 1,377 magic damage to melee attackers. It's pretty good, but if you want to use the Draw Essence for, you know, more sustain, you can do that. Burning Talons. A lot of tanks run this. I don't run Burning Talons on my tank. I run the Choking. But for me, this is the biggest one for the Magicka Dragonknight DPS because it's going to go ahead and provide a synergy, and it's going to deal the flame damage. So this is all, you know, kind of going out throughout this rotation. Unstable Wall of Fire. This is really good for me as well because, you know, I'm a Dunmer. Now you can go with High Elf or Dunmer or even Breton on this build. All those options are fine. So I would always suggest that you can go with any of those builds, those races. Also, we're going to go with Eruption. It's going to deal direct damage and it's going to have the dot effects. So dot effects are very important. And of course, we're going to be using Fiery Rage. I do not use Eye of the Storm. Eye of the Storm is great if you want to use Grothdar and you want to pair that up. The reason I like this is going to deal more damage and can kind of keep a medium range effect. And it's going to push out a little bit more than Eye of the Storm. So it's just a preference. Now let's go ahead and get into the champion points here. Show you how I've allocated it. So Elfborn is at 1510. Remember, I'm running the Thief. I want to take advantage of my crit capabilities. I'm not using Sharpened Staff or another Sharpened Weapon. I'm only going to be using one. I do have the penetrating value of 4,884 in my light armor passive. So I want to put a little bit more into my Spell Erosion, keeping in mind that there hopefully will be a major and minor breach applied in the content I do, even if I do trials. So this is at 3,184, and my Elemental is set at 1208. This is my base for my direct and my dot effects. So I put a little bit into the Staff Expert because I will be weaving in periodically. So that's at 606. Master of Arms is at 1313. This applies the base damage to all of my effects. Remember, a lot of DKs have a direct and then a secondary dot effect. You want to take advantage of that. Thaumaturge, I'm going to be dealing a lot more damage over time abilities throughout my rotation. So I want this slightly higher than my Master of Arms. So we are going to go ahead at 1602. Okay, over here at the Warrior and the Steed, I'm going to go ahead and put 904 into Ironclad to reduce direct damage. That's a little low. The reason being, I don't want to keep respecing because I have resistance. I PvP a lot, but if you're not going to PvP, pump this up. But I'm not going to reallocate that because of you know, stuff. Hardy is at 1110. That's what I usually put in a little bit more. And then I am a Dunmer Vampire, so I want to go ahead 14%. Now, also, guys, keep in mind that since you are a Vampire, if you're going to take a little bit more heat damage, it's good to have a secondary Burning Spell Weave ring with flame resistance. So FYI. Quick recovery, 6.17. A lot of people tell you to drop down, and I'll show you guys after this. Warlord, 1208. Arcanus 14, Tenacity's 1301, Healthy, once again Vampire, I want to offset that a little bit by 10.15, nothing is into the shadow, and that is how we align the champion points. Now let's talk about Vampires, guys. I think this is kind of an important aspect because certain players keep telling people to drop down their Vampire stats when they're doing fire-related dungeons, but here's the deal, you have to stay at least a stage 2. All right, so I just want to stress this. It's all I want to cover really quick. You have to at least stay at a stage 2. Okay, so for me, it's like, it's kind of questionable because now at a stage 3, you get Undeath. That is going to reduce the damage by 33%. So I always stay around stage 4 anyways, because I get the Undeath and I get this, and I never have to worry about it typically. And if I am ever in a fire dungeon, I just go ahead and select the flame resistance. But if you want to knock it down, you can. But do not go below the stage 2. It's not worth it. All right. So I'm just going to cover that. All right. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to drop the yesterday's daily. I didn't get to do them because we were farming. So and I kind of got distracted. I was pulled in a lot of directions. Now, here's the deal, guys. And once again, I'm just going to show this to you guys because I have the food. Now, if I go ahead and use the max, I can get my max Magicka over the 40k, right? But look what happens in my recovery. Drops significantly. So that's why with a lot of these changes, I went with the with this specific build, I went with Witch Mothers because I'm not going to go ahead and glyph. Now, if you want a little bit more recovery, that's fine. I usually like to stay about between 12 and 14 lately on my recoveries, no matter how I get it. And of course, it does affect your DPS, but
maybe the restrictions in Mournhold will ease now that the temple is safe again.
I've killed the root.
Not my favorite.
The ancient.
1, 2.
Your gear, City of. I was going to challenge.
City of Ash. Wow. Both fire. Okay. Actually, I think I'm actually going to go ahead and create a glyph real quick and slot that thing. So, we got 2 fires at the end. I'm kind of happy about the whole City of Ash. I'd like to get in there, because I do need that charged sword. But I'm not gonna... I'll take a reducing spell damage just to whatever. But let me go ahead and make this real quick. Okay. Oh, it a day. Oh. Oh, okay. What is going on? Oh. That's probably why, and I don't have any extra skill points. Dang it! I'm gonna have to risk it. Oh well. Okay, so we got the Banished Cells 2 and City of Ash 2. Now, another thing I want to think, now, here's the thing about the Burning Spell Weave, and this is kind of important. Let's go over this real quick, because I really didn't get to, explain this with the Burning Spell Weave. Burning Spell Weave has taken a hit, right? We have a 15% chance to apply the Burning Status effect. This is why this set was always more beneficial to the DK, because of the Combustion passive. Okay, guys? Very, very important here when we're going to talk about this. The Combustion passive gives you a 66% increase. Every other class did it because of the spell damage, right? But the uptime was crap compared to the DK. Why? Because the Burning Status effect increased the DK's damage by 66% because of the Combustion. So even though with the nerf and they've taken the spell damage down and reduced it, the uptime for the DK still remains strong, and the Burning Status effect is what gives out the nice amount of damage. The sunset is our base. So the one thing I want you to keep in mind here, guys, when I'm on the staff side, you're going to see that I have the 5 burning the sunset, the 5 sunset. This is my base. This will never change. But when you take a look at the Burning Spell Weave, I only have 4, right? So that to me is not worth it. So, but when I go ahead and I switch out, now I can go ahead and I get the Burning Spell Weave's effect. I can proc up on the dual bar, switch out and rotate, and keep that applied every 6 seconds. And well, given the fact that I'm going to have downtime. So for 8 seconds, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have a 4-second downtime. I'm going to go ahead and lay down my dot effects, get that rotation in. It's a timing thing. You want to make sure that that's applied. So typically what I like to do is set up with the builder and then always hit with the flame regardless. So that's how I always like to start out my build, my rotation. Okay. I see the arms. Now, if you notice, the base for the Valken went up. So, because the original base damage is 12.6. When the burning status effect is applied and everything's firing, you're going to get that up to 13. Okay, so it's almost 1,000 increase. And along with love it. The Balkan Scorn has nice range. I like it over the Grothar. I just do. It's one of my favorite setups. And a lot of people still like the Grothar. It's fine. I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. It's a preference thing. And I believe that, you know, if you're going to play in close and you want more of a, you know, a dominating effect up close, that's fine. I just don't like it compared to the Balkan Scorn because of the mechanics. You know, that's kind of my deal. And please tell me I can get a Q sometime this year. Hold on. So, let me try it this way. Alright. Banish souls. 2. Random. I don't really care. I mean, I'm hoping to get the other one, but hey, whatever, whatever. Oh, I thought it was going to queue. I hit the lag. Every time you're in queue, it kind of lags. The queue's kind of been affecting some of the... see, there it goes. I'm lagging again. It's something with the queue system. I've been noticing that. Right there it is again. It's so crazy. It's like, It's like, are you going to queue? Every time I hit a lag point, I think to myself, am I going to queue? There it goes again. There it goes. Come on, queue. Something's so messed up with the queue system. I don't know what's going on with these things. I'm gonna lag it off friggin' pole. That's so bullshit. Oh, there it is. There it is.
I don't even want to know how hard this would be if we tried to use the skull with Larry's battle.
No! 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 Out of every one of them! Oh my gosh. Oh! Okay. Oh! Oh! They're on the last boss. I'm trying to get in. Gotta wait. Wow. Let me get a sip of coffee for this one. Come on, man. Instances fall out. I guarantee you they're on the last boss. they're on the other one, I'm gonna be like, what? Alright. Have to go in the old-fashioned way. I typically heal this on my Night Blade for a reason. This one can be a pain. And the last boss. Let's see. I haven't even done it on this dude. I avoid this place. I've done it on like 3 tunes. This one, I've always avoided it. Just because people sometimes mess up the mechanics. Last boss. Last boss. Alright. Here's the deal, guys. Last boss, you need some sort of self-sustain. I think degeneration is going to help me with that. I might need something a little bit more. Might need to put in that draw. Sustain on this, especially if the healer gets it, can be a pain. That's the problem. Everything else isn't so much. And then especially if you're going to do hard mode where you're going to get those shield fucks. They're opting not to do hard mode. That's fine. I just want to get through this. See, the tank's already done it. He's got the skin. Now, probably I'm going to slot a health potion.
Savages, this city will be your grave. Wither it.
They're dead. Okay. We're going with the draw. Thought I could have gotten around it. That's not going to happen. Okay. And the question of it is now, do I want to throw on another type of heal effect? I'm going to probably get rid of the Burning Talons for the volatile, keep up the resistance as high as possible.
Savages, this city will be your grave. Your strength belongs to me.
Got to keep those totems down too as much as possible. Keep that dude away from me. Come on! Oh, I got aggro. Thank you. Wow. Thank you.
Taste the sap and give in.
Ah, shit. Ah.
Down here and make you spit blood. You die, slave scum.
Let me open your eyes. Blood and water are mine.
Oh shit! The healer's down. Oh no! Taunt. Yep. Good recovery. Good flippin' recovery. I hate this part. Burn phase. Shit. I hate this. Is why I hate this part. Oh shit. Should have went towards his middle. This is the part that sucks. See, typically what I do when I tank this, I'll grab up the ads. I don't worry about the boss per se. I worry more about the ads as a tank. Per se, typically. Tank's doing good. It's just I always, like, if you're on a Dragonknight, you can use your chain and pull everything in center. The ads. Except the shield dudes, I think they can resist if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Old Zoss. So he's running Eben and Imperium. It's pretty good stuff. Or no. Definitely Eben and a friggin' Lord Warden. along with it's either Alkosh or Luna. Luna's a damn good set. I'm ready whenever you are, dude. I was definitely not wearing Luna. It's 32K. There goes the tank. I'll blame him, man. This one can be a bitch. This one is a pain. You need to like have everything point on this one. And me being not being in voice isn't really helping the situation any. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's see. For example, I have 2 minutes. This is a pain. It's pointless. Why'd you requeue, dude? It's pointless. This is something you don't want to pug, guys. This is on the level of like vet hard mode ICP. Like a lot of people want to do vet ICP. That's fine, especially if you know the mechanics. If you're going to talk hard mode, you better have tanks that know how to do their shit during the split. Like if I'm tanking on the split, I'll stay towards the middle. Try to avoid the holes as much as possible and enter fire each of the mini Lord Wardens, the shadows. And this way it redirects the damage to me while they're running around, and I'll just kind of move intermittently around them, debuffing as much as possible and keeping them taunted. That's a very important aspect during that split because they're avoiding that AoE mechanic. And in this one, there's certain mechanics especially during the burn phase on the 20% mark, that if you're like, as a healer, the thing that always sucked, I always tell people, get sustain. Especially if you're going to do like a hard mode, because the healer can get the statues. When the healer gets the statues, he can't heal. Everything's flame, right? So if you don't have any form of self-sustain in that instance where he's burning down or trying to mark, and marking the statues is very important too. A lot of mechanics in vet Maz, and Maz is cool, especially if you want the helm, but you know, if you're not using the helm and you're not whatever, then I just kind of find it pointless almost to kind of do the vet mode versus regular if you're not needing the helm. If you're needing helm, yeah, by all means, whatever. If you want the skin, yeah, sure, I guess. I mean, if you want it, but, you know, the amber plasm, I get it, whatever, you know, skin. But for me, I'm not like, I don't know, I'm not a big fluff person to begin with, so, whatever. But, yeah, it's preference. It's all preference. I'm gonna wait and see if I can get another Q. Why? I knew I'd get a random. I wasn't anticipating that, and I knew it was going to be the last boss. I knew it. It's like every time you know where people struggle at. You already know it, man. There's 20k on my whip, and that's very important too, guys. So, okay, let me kind of go through this. Okay, just the whip by itself is 17. Add this, hit the whip, now I'm up to 21. Add this, builder, now I'm 23. You see where I'm going with that? So I can get this up to a 23 crack by hitting my rotation perfect. Without any flaws or whatever, I can get it up to 23, right? So I can go ahead, hit this, crack it. And there's a 20 without the empower. So I got the major sorcery and I got the other flame. So I can get a 23 crack on a whip. So, okay, once again. See, about 23. with the burning status effect, everything applied, I can get a 23 crack whip. And to me, that's kind of nice. And a lot of people are always going to be like, here's the deal, man. A lot of people want to trash my builds, but I know what I'm talking about. That's one thing I'm always telling people, like, please don't act like I don't know what I'm talking about. Now, I don't care if people want to criticize my builds, but don't come into my channel thinking I'm not going to backlash you because you don't think I don't know what I'm talking about. Alright. I'm going to regret this, but it seems to queue faster. Actually, hold on. Let me go down to specifics. We'll try this. I want a City of Ash. Probably watch it be the dungeon I just left, the same place. That healer's still in there wanting it. Nice. Don't need to be in there. I'm actually going to keep my rotation kind of whatever. I'll go without the burning talons. Some people want to skip, some people don't. Looks like we got like maybe a quest giver or something. No, we're going to skip it. I do not blame you. I'll probably die. I always die on this fall. It sucks. No! Ow! I knew it! Ah, shit! Maybe I shouldn't have been mounted. I always die on that fall. I got like 2 pots. I think I got some other trash from Cyrodiil at the moment or whatever. God dang it. I get it. Slow down, I'm trying to come over to you. Where's our tank going? Where is our tank? He's all the way up there already. He tried to do the run. I think he's still aggro these things. I want to say you do. Yep. No way. See, this is why I hate when people do that flipping shit, man. Fuck it, man. Let's kill this shit. Okay. Maybe go back to the door. Or like... the dude want to kill it? Sometimes if you go back and forth, you can... There we go. Is that other deeps coming?
In front of it look formidable.
Hold on. Ah. Oh, sure. Just start it without the other DPS. Why don't we? Oh my God. Why don't people look? Overzealous people. Now you've started a whole chain reaction of nothing but death. Looks like the healer's having a hard time. Oh, he's just like, just wipe it. Just, dude, stop hitting the circle. You're having a problem targeting me. What? What are they doing? Stop healing. You can't, you're not even rezzing. Nobody's even rezzing anybody. This is come on, man. A healer and a tank walked into a bar. Got into a bar fight and realized that they weren't beating anybody up, but at the same time, they couldn't be beaten up either. I don't know what to tell people. I just don't know. Come on, man. They got one person up. After all of that, and look at this. This is just going on much longer than it has to. You're getting more ad spawning. Nobody, nothing's even happening to the boss. What in the fuck are you guys doing? The other deeps is like, thank you. He might be dead. Okay. Not overkill. Oh, damn it. Needed that. Reinforced. Ooh, gross. Got a couple of trash pots over here. Up, let me check this, dude. Sometimes there's like maybe like some other stupid shit, but whatever. All right. What? What is going on with my weave? Okay, there it goes. Something's up.
Fingalian? How in oblivion did he get here? Damn it!
Go.
Rain. You look. Are you alright?
Okay.
What did they do to you?
Never mind that. How about you try and get
I will see to it the golden flame erases you.
You don't even sound like that bothers you. We have to help you.
Keep moving. Yes, keep pulling.
I need aid.
This. Oh, I think I just pulled the big dude. Yep. Just turn him. That's what kills you. Oh no, wrong target. Oh well. Oh no, 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 why? No tank? Are you guys high? Sure, I'll take the aggro. Why not? Oh shit, double hit. Come on. Just need in here a little bit more. Knew it. No tank. What was you thinking, healer? What the fuck was you thinking? You're a healer, don't pull. Never see me pull as a healer. It's not gonna happen. I could kick your fucking ass. Okay, getting ready. There's the ads. Shitload of them over here. Good shit tank. Sometimes people want to burn the boss down, but the ads come out in phases, guys.
Prepare yourselves for the end.
Yep. I read about 14k. That's my fault. Thought he was turned. I went around the other side, got blasted. Tank, you're gonna have to get me up. You don't have enough AoE from the other guy. He's only using one effect. The other Deeps is only using one AoE effect. Thank you. Where is Healing Springs? I don't see Healing Springs. I don't see Ritual. I don't think. I don't know. Tank's pretty good. Okay. Sweet. I think I'm gonna bank up the ultimate this time. Oh. Don't let him near me. It's like a sick game of Twister. Just avoid the dots this time. Don't land on them. Oh shit. Shit, get me out. We'll get through somehow.
Seems Finganian's new friends aren't as meek as you lot. And you call yourselves undaunted.
Quiet, you. It's been a bad day.
What are you looking at?
What do you think? It's been months. Are you alright?
Fine. I got used to it.
Got used to what? What did you do? How do you survive?
I went native. Keep up.
I'll try.
Shortcut.
Your skins will make fine
Damn
banners.
spiffy. Dunmer Vampire pays off. I don't think I can get around here without aggroing these fuckers. Where's our other dude? What is he, the 2-something? I think he is. Oh my god, it's a double cure. Ugh. 277 double cure. Speaks for itself. Don't worry, guys, you can do it all. Don't cross the streams. You can actually, if the tank takes both of them, you can actually kind of get around this whole thing without, you know, whatever. Self-heals is kind of important. It's going to have to be really important for me to pay attention here. Oh no. Just keep moving, don't cross, don't cross. Now, if the tank grabs it and keeps circling it, you can pretty much just DPS them right here. Once again, just don't cross, move back, don't panic. I was hoping to skip that. Fucker. It's doing good!
Show our visitors how bright a new day can burn.
Shit. No stamina. Back away, back away, back away. Okay. Good. Heal, don't channel. No, I'm too close, way too close. Run. Okay, got it. I know it's 12%. I should just finish it, but God. Oh, hold on. And I've picked up a few pots. Yeah, we'll slot those. That should be enough to get through this. Nice burn. Yeah.
This lot has ventured far enough. Slay them!
I thought you could run up that way. Damn, I still have aggro. Fuck it, I'll walk it up. That's a little lag. Come on. Are we just pulling them all? Yep. I'm down for that. Oh. Ember shield belt. What happened to the healer? No, switch. This isn't the boss. You should be able to just get up, I believe. Confused.
You don't have to come down here for me to hurt you.
No! Vinganian!
A new tank. Blocked. Oh, bullshit, I was out of that. Where's the healer? Okay, he's getting him. Oh no, this could be bad. Jump. Sweet.
Let the fire and brimstone purify you.
I don't think we're gonna have enough. He should be down about like 20% by now, but he's not. They don't know about the rock. Don't stand together. I'm dead. That's the worst thing you could do is stack on top of that. Oh my god. Okay. We definitely have some new players here. Try it one more time. Block. Jesus. What? Oh my god, dude. I'm the vampire. That slowed our DPS a lot. little bit better. Not the tank! Not you! Not you! Not you! Oh my god! Oh my god! Tank! Oh, get off! Get off! No! Not the... Oh my god. I swear. You can't make this up, people. You can't make it up. You cannot make this shit up. It's pretty much just a range game at this point. Of course the tank fell. Could have had it! Could have fucking had it! Oh my god! Why? Why? Okay. Yeah, we are. We are. I'm not used to doing this multiple times, but for a pug, sure. I don't mind helping players. I really don't. Tank's doing a really good job though, pulling. Ow. Oh no! No, no, no! Oh no, just keep healing! Oh, this is gonna suck! Give me that. It's gonna bust it.
Nowhere to run.
Tank, no! What the hell? Okay, he's over there. Sweet. I'm good. I'm good. I'm panicking for nothing. Block. Anytime he turns, you want to hit that block, guys. You don't know if it's going to be you. Block. 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 On bar, block. Oh no! Are you serious? DPS, get me up. Don't let the healer res me. You... DPS, I'm right on your dead. Maybe not. Burn him, burn him, burn him. He's a stamps work, so... Break. Healer, you have to break. You have to break. You have to break. You have to break. Oh, now you get me. Oh, now you get it. You're screwed.
Death is a new beginning.
What the fuck? Oh my god. Wait till the tank dies to res? Are you insane? I'll try one more time. Why not? I'm begging for punishment. Block. Man, if I had my block canceled during that. Wait till he pulls everything and then I'll drop. This. I got the tank, got it. It's fine. Sure, DPS. Booty, 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 booty. What can I say, booty? What can I say, booty? Maybe you should not be a vampire. I get it. People want to PvP and whatever else have you, but unless you treat vampire right, you're going to croak a lot. Now I've got to make up a lot. Anytime deaths on this is going to slow you down. Usually me and my dudes get this down before we even have to split. But this is taking longer than anticipated. I'm out on me pots. Get on the island. Block. 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 Block.
Be still while I
Block. No shards, no bubbles. There we go. Block. Pug life, y'all! Pug life! Mystic's gonna get through it regardless! We're gonna do it! That's what we do! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Two-handed. Are you so... Prosperous. Ew, gross. Already got that, I think, on my other tune. Anyways. Alright. So. Couple of things. Once again, pug life. Pug life, guys. I can't fake pug life. It's real. That's how we keep it real. Pug life. But the build, I love the build. Love this build. It works out. Rotation's not ideal for me. Once again, you know, keeping up with the rotation is going to be key. Burning Spell Weave still is a very, 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 very good set with the DK even after the changes. Doesn't really benefit any other class. I've said this before. I've said it. Like, we had sorcerers wanting to farm Burning Spell Weave. And I'm like, don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Stay with Scathing Mage. And guess what? Guess what? Now everybody's farming Scathing Mage again for Sorks. Now they're doing it. Because, they've changed it. Man, if you guys go back to proof that... It's not my favorite video, like I said. Proof that diminishing returns exist video. I called the nerf bat. I called it. I said it was going to happen. I said it. I said it specifically. It's going to happen. It's going to. It's a matter of time. And the best class that still is going to benefit from this is the DK. Now, the Sunset is still really powerful. The big deal here is a lot of people are going to ask. Now, prior to this, I did have a master weapon, and I got away from the master weapon because the reason being on this, the way I rearranged the build, because I don't want to lose the critical. If I go with a master or a maelstrom weapon for on the exchange on this side, I lose the 664 spell critical. Now, you can probably afford to do that if you want to get down to about 52. It'll take you about, I want to say about 52, 54. That's fine. So if you want to run it, you can. The 58 is kind of a nice aspect, so that's an option. This is an option for you to do if you want to run a maelstrom or a vet DSA weapon. You can do that. Thank you. And the major thing here, and this is why. Okay, so I have one of my right here. Okay, so I have my Master Inferno staff, and I can do this and slot it. And what it's going to give me, the best aspect to this is gives me the 996 max Magicka. You can run that if you want. You just have to run the ability, and I'm not running the Destructive Touch on this loadout. If I was running Destructive Touch, the Master Weapon would good, but since you're running the Unstable Wall and you want to go with Maelstrom, you can do that. If you're going to ask me about trait, once again, I would always recommend the Charge. Nernhold's going to be good. It'll give you 11% increase if you can get the Inferno. Sharpen is kind of an overkill, depending on the circumstances, but if they don't run Spell Erosion, then Sharpen's going to be your better bet. So those are options. So just keep that in mind. It just all depends on circumstances. Everything's kind of in different values when it comes to that. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Once again, I see a lot of comments. Once again, I'm on the PlayStation, so I can't hear. So I hope, you know, it's good conversations. But if you have any questions or comments, please post below. I want to thank everybody for watching today. And once again and always, thank you and have a nice day.